The sun in Manila rises with a fierce white heat, spilling over glass towers, igniting the city's pulse as the day begins. Its rays stretch across the city, illuminating the promise and the challenges that each new morning brings. But in Tondo's narrow alleys, the light barely reaches the ground, blocked by the close-pressed walls and overhanging roofs. Here, the day starts in shadow, the sun's warmth filtered and distant. It filters through tangled wires and reflects off tin roofs weighed down by old tires, casting a patchwork of light and shadow on the ground below. This is a city within a city, homes built from scraps, leaning together for support, each one a testament to resourcefulness and survival. The pathways are thin veins of packed earth, slick with mud and yesterday's rain, winding between homes like lifelines. Here, there are no grand entrances, only a maze of life lived in the open, where every corner holds a story and every turn reveals a new scene of daily resilience. A woman washes clothes in a plastic basin. Her hands move with practiced rhythm, turning a simple chore into an act of care. Children chase a deflated ball, their laughter echoing through the alleys, finding joy in the smallest of things. The air is thick with the smell of cooking fires, damp earth and garbage, a blend that marks the start of another day. Yet this place runs on its own rhythm, built from necessity and will, a choreography of survival and hope. These structures are more than shelters. They are homes marked by small touches, a pot of flowers, a faded curtain, a child's drawing taped to a wall, each detail a declaration of dignity. Even in scarcity, people express pride and belonging, holding on to traditions and memories that make each space unique. To outsiders it may seem chaotic, but stand still and you'll see the order, unspoken agreements, shared responsibilities, and a deep sense of mutual care. A mother watches her neighbor's child, keeping a gentle eye on the next generation as they play. A man helps another carry a load, their efforts joined in silent understanding. This is not a random collection of individuals, but a living network of families and friends. It is a community, bound by shared circumstances and interdependence, where everyone's presence matters. They rely on each other because here, that's the only way forward. Every act of kindness, every shared meal, strengthens the ties that hold this place together. Every detail tells a story of resilience, of people who refuse to be defined by hardship alone. The community's strength is woven into daily life, visible in every shared smile and every helping hand. In Tondo, survival is a collective act, a daily testament to the power of unity. The city within the city endures, not just through struggle, but through connection, hope, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. This is where hope quietly takes root, growing stronger with each new day, and reminding us that even in the hardest places, life finds a way. Before the city of Manila stirs, as the first rays of sunlight creep over the rooftops and narrow alleys, a new day begins in the slums. 10-year-old Miguel is already awake, not for school, but for work. While most children his age are still dreaming, Miguel's day starts before dawn. With a worn sack slung over his small shoulder, he quietly slips out of his home and heads toward the mountain of trash at the community's edge, his footsteps echoing determination. This sprawling landfill is his office, his playground, and his lifeline all at once, a place where childhood and responsibility collide. He searches for plastic bottles, cans, and cardboard, moving with practiced skill and sharp eyes, knowing exactly what to look for among the endless debris. Miguel is just one of many scavengers, children, mothers, fathers, and elders, combing through the refuse, each hoping to find something of value to help their families survive. The work is dangerous. Sharp objects cut into skin, toxic smells burn the nose, and there's a constant risk of illness or injury. Yet, there is no other choice. But Miguel can't afford fear. His family depends on every peso he earns. Each coin is a step away from hunger. Sometimes his mother Elena joins him, her eyes filled with worry and hope. She wishes Miguel could be in school, learning and playing, but their reality leaves little room for dreams. Elena's own work, washing laundry for others in the neighborhood, barely covers their needs, and every extra peso counts. Miguel's earnings mean the difference between a meal and hunger. Sometimes their only meal is a handful of rice and a few scraps, but it is enough to keep them going. By midday, Miguel's sack is heavy with the morning's finds. He drags it to the local junk shop, his arms aching but his spirit unbroken, and trades it for a handful of coins. The transaction is quick, silent, and necessary, a daily ritual that keeps his family afloat. Sometimes, if he's lucky, Miguel buys a sweet treat, a piece of candy or a small snack, a brief moment of childhood in a life that demands he grow up far too fast. This small act is his quiet resilience, a reminder that even in hardship he is still a child with hopes and dreams. For Miguel, every day is a hunt for survival, but also for moments of joy, laughter with friends, a shared joke, or a playful chase among the trash heaps. The slums children learn early to find value where others see only waste, turning discarded objects into toys or treasures. Their work is a testament to resourcefulness and creativity, making the most of what little they have. Each coin earned is a victory, a symbol of hard work, perseverance, and hope for a better tomorrow. In the shadows of the city, Miguel's story is repeated by countless others, each child and family fighting their own daily battles. Their labor sustains families and keeps hope alive, weaving a fragile thread of resilience through the heart of the community. Even in hardship, they claim small joys, proof that even in the harshest places, the spirit of childhood endures. No one chooses the slum. It is never the dream, but often the only option left when all others have faded away. They arrive here when every other door has closed, when hope for something better pushes them forward, even as circumstances pull them back. Many, like Elena's family, left behind their rural villages, drawn by the distant promise of Manila, a city that glimmered with opportunity from afar. They dreamed of steady jobs, brighter futures, and a chance to lift their families out of poverty. But the city's reality was far harsher than they imagined. Work was scarce, wages barely enough to survive, and rent for even the smallest room was out of reach for most newcomers. Without access to education or specialized skills, they found themselves locked out of the formal economy, unable to break into better-paying jobs. The slum became their only refuge, a place where they could at least find shelter, even if it was fragile and temporary. Poverty is a powerful current, pulling families under for generations, making it nearly impossible to escape its grip. Once settled, it's hard to leave. No official address means no access to better jobs. Frequent illness drains resources, and children often work instead of going to school. The cycle continues, not because people lack willpower or ambition, but because they lack real opportunities and support. This isn't a story of personal failure, but of systemic barriers. Unaffordable housing, unstable jobs, and an economy that leaves many behind no matter how hard they try. The people here are hardworking, fighting daily against forces bigger than themselves, showing resilience in the face of adversity. Their presence is a symptom of larger problems, not a lack of ambition or effort. They are proof of a system that needs fixing. The slum is a last resort, not a choice. A place people end up, not a place they ever hoped to be. Every family here carries a story of hope, struggle, and resilience, holding on to dreams even in the toughest conditions. They are not defined by where they live, but by their determination to survive, to support each other, and to keep moving forward. The slum is a reflection of society's gaps, a visible reminder of the inequalities that persist in our world. It is a place shaped by necessity, not by desire. A testament to the strength and endurance of those who call it home. The slum is never silent, it hums with life from dawn to night. Roosters crow, mothers cook, hammers echo, and children's laughter rings out. The air is a mix of frying garlic, garbage, perfume, and rain-soaked earth. Bright laundry flutters, murals add color, vines climb posts. Faces show worry, curiosity, and determination. Here, humanity pulses raw and resilient. Thousands live close, their energy palpable, struggle and connection intertwine. Music plays, tricycles rumble, and warmth radiates from every home. In this tapestry of sound, smell, and color, survival is a daily symphony. Even in hardship, hope shines in small, powerful ways. A basketball game on a dusty court brings laughter and release. Makeshift schools run by volunteers offer children a chance to learn. Teachers, often from the community, believe fiercely in education's power. Neighbors share meals, women pool savings to start tiny businesses. These acts of kindness and solidarity weave the community together. Resilience is everywhere, in smiles after loss, in dreams studied by candlelight. People here are not broken, they adapt, endure, and celebrate life. Their daily fight is for dignity and joy, not just survival. For a traveler, entering Tondo can be intimidating. The contrast is stark, and the instinct is to look away. But approach with humility and you'll see people, not just poverty. Small gestures, a smile, a greeting, buying a drink, break down walls. Cautious looks turn to curiosity. Children ask your name. A simple conversation opens a window into their world. I remember sitting with Maria, a skilled artisan weaving plastic into bags. We spoke little but shared smiles and gestures. She offered water. In that moment, we were simply two people connecting. These encounters strip away labels and reveal individuals. You see Miguel, the resourceful boy, Elena, the hardworking mother, Maria, the artisan. Their lives are as complex and meaningful as your own. They have hopes, fears, and dreams. This realization replaces pity with empathy. True connection begins when you see the person, not the poverty. Pity creates distance. Empathy builds bridges. Empathy means seeing the struggle, the resourcefulness, the courage. It's recognizing the intelligence of a woman running a food stall with almost nothing. It's admiring a community that organizes to protect itself. Shock value is easy, but it tells an incomplete story. Children playing in garbage are not just symbols of poverty. They are children, finding joy. Understanding comes from listening, not just looking. People here are defined by relationships, faith, skills, and dreams. They are proud, loving, and deeply connected. By focusing on these universal values, we connect on a deeper level. We move from spectators to witnesses of strength. The slums teach a profound lesson about the human spirit. It endures hardship, finds hope, and creates beauty in unlikely places. Community is the heart of this spirit. Neighbors are the safety net. Interdependence here is strength, not weakness. After disaster, help arrives before the smoke clears. Individuals refuse to be defined by their environment. Small acts, music, a mother braiding her daughter's hair, affirm self-worth. These people are not waiting to be saved. They are saving themselves every day. The true message is awe for their resilience and the power of community. Our world is full of walls. Between countries, neighborhoods, people, visiting Tondo tears down those walls, challenging assumptions and labels. The lesson here is in the small things: a smile, a shared meal, a story. Empathy is an active choice to connect and understand. If you visit, don't turn away. Look closer, listen harder, open your heart. Go to meet people, not to take pictures of poverty. You'll find more in common than you imagined. Their hopes for safety, dignity, and a better future are universal. The real treasure is learning to see strength in struggle and hope in shadows. You leave inspired to see your own life and community with new eyes. Our shared humanity is the most precious treasure of all.